the opportunity to talk briefly about marketing. When I say marketing, property marketing specifically, but we very much work in an environment where many of our competitors either don't or charge very little to try and save their way into prosperity, I suppose, in relation to marketing. And ultimately, it just doesn't work. So I think being a data-led business that we are, the data that we really look into ultimately really dictates where we actually invest that money on behalf of the vendor, and ultimately what we actually get in return for that investment. So when you're seeing 8 times the inquiry volume compared to other agents in the market, obviously what we're doing really drives better outcomes, as the numbers obviously dictate, in relation to the price that the property ultimately achieves. So, put it simply, we work with best-in-class contractors, from the guys at the team at Blink, to stylists, to property maintenance guys, contractors, all these sorts of things, to make sure that when we're actually taking properties to market, we have it looking in its best possible light, and it's absolutely perfect, or as perfect as can be, to ultimately achieve the best price. So whether it's these big beautiful properties that you probably see trending across social media and all those sorts of things, with your Balumba Creeks or your Oakleys down in Conondale, your 151 Sunday Creek roads, right through to 28 Dixon Avenue that we ultimately sold at auction for an outstanding result at $900,000. But all of those properties, or every single one of the properties that we take to market, we invest not only ourselves but also with the vendors quite heavily in preparing that property for market to get the best outcome. The big difference between advertising and marketing in my book, so you'll come across real estate agents that do free marketing, but ultimately what we're doing is competing for eyeballs. So the more eyeballs we get, the more inspections we get, the more offers we get, the better price we get. So whether that's through private treaty or via auction, exposing the property to as many people as you can, to get as much interest as you can, to get as much inspection as you can, is what translates to price. So ultimately, by doing free or near free advertising, you can't pull all the levers for all the marketing channels that we can pull. So when you look at things like social media, we invest heavily in our BScene platform. So BScene is a division of Ray White. The industry average for real estate listings on Facebook is a CTR, or a click-through rate. So that's people that see it and then go on to click. CTR rate of 1%. BScene is 7.99%. With our advertising campaigns, because we spend so much time working with vendors and good providers to actually deliver really engaging content, it's not uncommon for us to see between 12 and 20% CTR. So when you're starting to see those sorts of numbers, so that's 1 in 5 people are going on to click on a property that's being seen by 84,000 people. These types of numbers are the things that actually really double down on that engagement, on that listing. And ultimately, again, like I say, bring it back to the end, comes back to price. So harking back to that top 5, number 5 for November that I just talked about earlier, when you've got a market median of 915, yet our business is achieving 1.45 average sale price, median sale price I should say, the proof is in the pudding. So marketing, I can't stress enough, it is genuinely an investment, and with the data and the way in which we measure things, the information we give our vendors, from our vendor updates that we send through weekly, all of this stuff is very, very visible. And if you do have any questions, reach out. More than happy to answer them, as are any of the team in here as well. And we can certainly help you either market your property or answer any questions you may have.